This is Ian Lamont, author of Google Drive and Docs in 30 Minutes. I'm going to show you 3 quick fixes for a large, messy Google Sheets file. If this video helps, please subscribe and like the video, and let's get started. So the first thing that happens when I open up a gigantic sheet like this is actually I make it a little bit easier to read. So I might zoom it in to, let's say, 125%. The actual first tip that I had is freezing the top row. So you can see the top row, it contains header information. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the row, then I'm going to go to View, Freeze, one row. So this means when I start scrolling down this gigantic list, the headers stay there and I can quickly identify where I am. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is to right size the columns. And you can see that these columns are different sizes. What I typically like to do is maybe make some of them the same size and keep other ones the original size. So the title column, I'm going to keep that the same way it is because I need to read the title. But you can see all of these columns here, they're all different sizes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select them all and then I'm going to make them the same size. The way that I do it is I basically selected columns B through F, and then you can see these little lines between each column. What happens when you start adjusting one of these lines? It'll basically change the other columns to the same size when you let go of the line. So I'm going to let go of this line over column D, and you can see all of these just change to the same size. Maybe it's a little bit too narrow, so I'm going to widen them a little bit using the same method. And there you go. So that's pretty helpful. Maybe even a little bit more because I can see that some of these numbers are a little bit long. So maybe just like that. Okay, that's a little bit better. Finally, the last tip that I have for kind of fixing a large, messy Google Sheets file is if you have text that's overflowing a cell into an empty cell next to it and it makes things hard to read, like for instance, column B is a little bit hard to read because so much stuff is coming in from column A, what you can do is you can clip the long text. The way that I do it, you can do it one by one, but a better way to do it is just do the whole column. So I'm going to select column A, I'm going to go to Format, I'm going to go to Wrapping, and then I'm going to select Clip. So you can see all the text was just cut off. It hasn't been deleted, it's still there. If you select the cell, you can still see that all of the text is there, but basically it's not overflowing into the next column. If this video helps, please take a moment to like it or subscribe. I have links to more resources in the description. Thank you so much for watching.